Hi everyone, this is Rachel from Little Bird Quilting, and today we're going to be creating half square triangles. So to start our half square triangles, we have to have our starting size. And that is the size you want your half square triangle to be when it's sewn together in your quilt. So we today are going to be creating a finished 3-inch half square triangle. So the way we're going to calculate what we're starting with, because we're going to be making 8 at a time. This is called Magic 8 half square triangles. So the way I figured out how large I want my square to be is I take my finished size of my half square triangle, which today I'm going to be doing 3 inches. I'm going to add 7/8 to that 3 inches, and I'm going to multiply that by 2, which means my squares are 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. Alrighty, so let's get started. I have both my squares together, and I have a ruler, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. And I usually draw it on whatever fabric is the lightest in color. I'm using a green for one and the orange for the other. So I'm drawing on the orange just because I know I'm going to be able to see it a little bit better. And I want to make sure I'm going corner to corner. So now I have a drawn line in both directions, and I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch on each side of that line. One thing I want to remind everyone is make sure you know where your 1/4 inch is. It's really important because these are going to be no trimming when we're done. So when they're cut apart, they're going to be the size we want them to be. And if our 1/4 inch is off, that's going to make a big difference. So I'm going to go down the other side. So we're going to be making an X all the way down here. And hopefully you guys can see a little better. I use black thread, which I'm only using black thread for you guys so that you can see my thread a little better. Normally I would use something that blended a little better. One more. Sew down this side. This will be our last one. So we have stitched on both sides of our drawn line a 1/4 inch away. Now I'm going to go ahead, and it is now time to cut. When I'm cutting these, we're going to be cutting this direction, then we're going to be cutting on that drawn line. I always choose to cut these first just because I can use the edge of my fabric, and I can use the point right there in the center and make sure, using the edge right here, that it's nice and straight. And my mat rotates around, which I absolutely love. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that again, using the edge of the fabric down one of my dashed lines to make sure I've got that as straight as I can. And that's our second cut. Now, see, if something did move, now I can just use that drawn line. So we've got 2 right there. Ah. Board came apart. Those 2. We've got 2 more right there. And our last 2 right here. So now we have made 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8 half square triangles from 2 2 squares, and they should measure, if I can get my ruler on there right, 3.5 by 3.5. That means they're going to finish 3 inches. So we have these are going to be 3-inch finished half square triangles, and we started with 2 squares that were 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. So here we have our 8 half square triangles. This method is called Magic 8 half square triangles. They will finish at 3 inches, and I started with 2 squares that were 7 3/4 by 7 3/4 and drew diagonal lines, sewn, and then cut. I just wanted to let everybody know about some of the great patterns that you can create with half square triangles. Here's one. These are really little half square triangles, but you can make them bigger. There are a lot of options out there. So I hope you guys try making some half square triangles. And don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, to hit the like button. And if you hit subscribe, you'll be getting updates of when we have new videos out. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.